Alright, what's going on, guys? Today we're going to be taking a look at some photos I took of everything. Not everything, but so I took some photos on a... what's it called? I forgot. So I took some photos on a new film stock I've never used before, the Ilford HP5 or 400 speed, and so we're gonna be taking a look at that today because I wanted to make a video about it. So it's my first time shooting black and white film. I have shot black and white just like digital, but this is my first time trying black and white on film. So we're gonna be taking a look at these different photos, and we're gonna start off here in kind of like a section of just like photos at home when I was still like messing around because I was like bored and I wanted to take some pictures. This is my first photo of my patio. Moving forward, we got some pictures inside my house. This is a picture of like a little planter, like a vase or whatever. It's pretty. The details are pretty good. It's still just some random photos I took at home. It's an okay photo. Nothing to write home about again. Here's a picture of my dog. She's eating her food. I like the grain. The grain is nice. It's very nice. Very nice. This is a cool picture because it's in my room after I redid everything, because I used to have carpet in my room and now I don't. I have hardwood floor, and then I used to have like a twin size bed because I wanted more space in my room because my room is tiny. So then I got rid of my twin size bed and I replaced it with this like pull out couch bed type thing from IKEA. And so this is like a photo of, you know, how it was when I first got it. I can show you guys a picture of what it looks like now. I think it looks so much better now. I got like a comforter, super nice. So then this is like the first time I was like, okay, I'm gonna go out and I'm just gonna take photos. So these photos are of some squirrels. The squirrel just kind of like disappears into the photo, you know. But I do like the contrast. There's a lot of shadows and everything. I think it was like noon when I took this photo when I went out, so it makes sense that the shadows would be so harsh. It's got a lot of like texture, a lot of high range of value, and I think that's really cool. That's one thing that I've had to like keep in mind because I was taking photos on black and white and not color, because there's no color, so I can't do like color theory or color matching, anything like that. It's all just like, this is dark, this is light, shadows, contrast. Moving forward, we got another picture of a squirrel. This squirrel, you can kind of see it's in the shadow, so you do see it a little bit better, and it's got like a little like acorn or like a nut in his hand. I think that's pretty cute. Got another. I think the squirrel just like was like, oh shoot, he's taking a photo of me, I gotta pose. Next we got this one is a nice photo. It just sucks because like the squirrel also disappears into the photo in this one as well. But the squirrel is like on a tree now. I think I've followed the same squirrel for like a good half hour. Which must have looked hilarious from like a third point of view. The squirrel isn't actually in focus now that I'm looking at it. The tree is, but it's whatever. Next we got some, I don't know what to call these, like light leaks or something like that, but it's just like the film didn't retain the photo or something. I'm not sure. Those are two photos that I could have had that would have been nice. I don't remember what the hell I took on this freaking roll of film. Excuse me. Anyways, moving forward, so now we just have this photo. Honestly, was a big disappointment. I do remember vividly seeing a tree, and I was like, ooh, there's a lot of like cool texture on it. I'm gonna take a photo to really like highlight the texture of the tree, and it just looks terrible. Like all of the textures in the shadow. I mean, the texture's there, but like there's no light running through the bark of the tree. It's like the texture's flat, you know. Like up here, you can kind of see what I was going for. The sun highlighting some parts of the details of the tree, but it didn't really go all the way through the entire tree. So that kind of sucked. But we do also have some pictures of this rock I found while on a track by my house, and I think this was pretty cool because if you look here in the background, here is the track right here. But then the next one, I took a photo of just the rock because there was like a big hole in the rock. So I was like, okay, you know what, I'm gonna take like a photo of inside the rock. Maybe it'll look like space or something. And honestly, it looks pretty like out of this world. Like it looks cool. It looks like maybe this is a crater in a planet or something. You can't really tell because it's literally just the rock. And I think that's really nice. And I think the fact that it's black and white creates a lot of contrast as well. So now this photo is all right. This photo was taken around golden hours, so the lighting was pretty. It was like really warm, but I completely forgot that I wasn't shooting on color. This is on black and white. This photo would have looked so much better in color. It was so warm and pretty. There's a tree. This is a cool photo. It's pretty simple, I think, but I just like how the tree is like very isolated from the rest of the background. Alright, and next we got a photo of a street that's by my house. I used to go to this street all the time to take photos of cars passing by. This is how I would practice taking action photos of cars while they're driving, or practicing my long exposure as well. So here I wanted to just try out night photography. This is at night, obviously, and I completely forgot that the way film does long exposure, it creates like a bloom. So I think it looks cool. It's like space lights, like alien lights. And then we have a second photo, same thing, but a car had passed by. That's where you can see this light streak right here, and I think it looks really cool. I just wish we could have seen the light streak throughout the entire thing, but it's whatever. I think that was actually my first time ever shooting film at night, which kind of sucks because it's not the most interesting photo. These are nicer. These have more moodiness to it. When I saw I was just like, I woke up in the middle of the night and I was trying to get some food. Either I was trying to get food or I was thirsty, something like that. But I woke up and I was like, ooh, you know, this looks really nice. The cabinet lights were on. No other lights were on besides those cabinet lights. So it was super atmospheric, super ambient lighting, and it looked really pretty. So I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna miss this moment. I'm gonna take this photo. So I took two. First one and second one. Here you can see the bloom again, right here above the coffee maker, and I think it looks really nice. It's like almost taken out of a movie. Then we got some photos of the outside of my house during Christmas, and this was really cool. This is all at night, and I think it turned out really well. Unfortunately, when we were buying these Christmas lights, we didn't know that they were like really bad. I think these also turned out pretty well, and you can see the bloom obviously, and it looks really dreamy. It looks very, very atmospheric. I think that's one thing I like about night photography on film. It just feels really dreamy and almost like out of a movie, you know? That's just me. Next, we got a pretty boring shot. It's just a picture of my lamp outside my front door through the window. It's got really high range and value. It's an okay photo. I don't like this photo at all. Alright, next. This is where my trip to Virginia begins. So here is actually the intersection to enter my aunt's neighborhood where we used to eat Thanksgiving every single year back when I lived up there. So here you can see the street lights and everything, and I think it's really cool. Like there's no like these lines aren't leading anywhere, but I think they just add to the photo, I think. Next, this is the house. This is my aunt's house. It's pretty cool. Virginia in the fall is always super depressing. It's always raining. It's always gray outside. It's really lame, but it's cold, and it's not cold in Florida. So that's why I love going up there. Here's a random neighbor's house. I thought it looked cool. It probably looked way better in person, and I don't think that really translates well on the film. It just kind of looks lame. It's very flat. Alright, we're almost done here. We have two more photos. This is one of them. Their house is still under construction. I have some photos of what it looks like right now. But back when I was visiting last year in November, they had just recently built their deck. So there you can see the stairs and the deck itself. And the backyard, you see those trees, but now it's just a pool. And it's really cool. And the last photo is of the fence. Backyard. It's a huge backyard. Way bigger than my backyard. My backyard's pretty cool though. But yeah, this is the backyard, and that's actually the last photo. Alright, so thank you to those who stayed throughout the entire video and watched me ramble about some random ass photos that I took on a camera. So I'm definitely looking forward to taking more pictures on black and white film. It's definitely something different, and film in general is just something different. Unfortunately, it's really expensive, but it's definitely a fun hobby. And so one thing that I do want to do, instead of just taking random photos, I want to do portraits with the black and white film, because I've actually never done portraits on film before. I've just used it for like street photography, like landscape, architecture, and all that, or just like random family photos. And I think I want to try some planned out projects instead of just like taking photos whenever I want to. And I think that would be really cool. And if I do end up doing that, I'll definitely make a video about that as well. Last thing before I leave, I went on a family trip to Europe in the summer, and I took one roll of Portrait 400, really expensive. I only took one because like I did not want to ruin 5 rolls of like $80 film. And I have the photos. I'm going to be making an entire recap video of all of the trip. But I'm making a video about that, recapping everything. I got photos on my digital camera. I got photos of the Louvre. So I'll be making a video about that. I hope you guys enjoy. See ya.